I need you. I'll keep you strong, I know, but I'll be scared to show myself. Don't let me go.
What's up, y'all? It's the Young Avell here, back at it with another video. Welcome to the Sunday Sermon. We got some game here for you today, and we're going to switch it up. We're going to talk about some hyper-realism, something that's hyper-real in today's society. I say hyper-real because you see it everywhere. And it is a problem. It's an epidemic right now. We got an epidemic of weak men, right? And the weak men have given up all this free attention to all types of women, from ones to twos to threes to fours. And that leads to an overinflated self-ego. And now, here's the premise of this video. To the degree of which a woman is masculine, combative, all these things that make her unattractive to men, that is the degree of which you need to keep your foot on her neck, hypothetically. Now, you may think that that's kind of harsh, but it's a hypothetical, but you get the picture. You have to keep the pressure on in terms of you got to show that you are not willing to play that game. Like, you're not about to play that game of just being a guy that's going to offer up free attention for no reason, right? Because when you deal with women, especially attractive women, well, nowadays, all kinds of women, there is a fragile dance that's happening all the time. A fragile dance of power, of, you know, what you just said, how you're acting, what she gave you, how you receive that, what you give to her, how she receives that. And if you play that dance correctly, you will end up receiving favorable outcomes. Now, I say this because I'm fortunate to engage with women that show great interest. Like, they treat me very well, you know, no ego or anything like that. I'm just making an observation because I know a lot of guys are having a hard time getting these types of experiences from women. And the reason that I'm able to do that is because, one, this is an important premise. Filter out the girls that are high interest in you. Deal with the girls that are high interest, right? And I am also too, and I also don't make them my priority. That allows me to keep that pressure on, right? To keep that pressure on, because I'm not always catering to how they think they want to be treated or how they want to think that they should feel and things like that. And they end up enjoying their time with me, right? Because I keep that pressure on, but I do it in a way that is still, you know, enjoyable. I still, when they're with me, they have my time and all that kind of stuff. And you have to be developing so much so to the point where the girl just being around you feels that competition anxiety. Not competition from you, but competition from knowing that when you go out into the world, there are going to be other women looking at you. So that makes her stay on her P's and Q's and gives you a certain type of, she wants to give you a certain type of experience when she's with you. She wants to enjoy you. She wants to, you know, she follows your lead and things like that. And because you got that pressure on, but notice that pressure is hypothetical. That pressure is there because you are so on your game that you're not like these other guys. You're not like these other guys. You're not afraid to walk away because you got higher priorities, right? And it's so funny because I just notice it in the interactions, right? I notice it with how I deal with women. I can see it. I'm so mindful of the things that I say, of how I carry myself, because you can feel when you've lost frame in an interaction. You might have said something mad corny. You might have just, you know what I'm saying? You might have said a whack ass joke or something like that. And your frame is You feel it. You better do something to bring it back up, or else you're probably not getting no buns that night, my friend. Probably not getting no buns. And you're going to have to go to the screen, God forbid, and Pamela, God forbid. Hopefully you stay away from that. So, but that is that fragile dance that's happening at all moments, right? And you got to be mindful of that. You got to keep that pressure on at all times, right? And it's not something that's that difficult, because once there is a baseline that's established of your frame, once your frame is established that you are this type of guy, she feels comfortable enough to give you all that affection, that interest, those experiences, though that extra loving that you don't gotta ask for. Feel me? You want that, right? You want that. You gotta be a certain way to get that, and you gotta deal with the women a certain way to elicit that out of them. Because remember, genuine desire cannot be negotiated. Genuine desire cannot be negotiated, right? You don't want to be asking for dome. Can I get some head? Can I get some head, please? And then she gonna give you head with a frown on her face. Come on, that's whack, bro. You don't want that. That's corny. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to get that. You want to be able to. Yo, when she says this, right? When she says, "What do you want? Tell me what you want. How do you want it? What do you want?" Come on, that make you feel good, brother. That make you feel good. And that's because she knows her role, how to operate under that frame. Keeping your foot on their neck is an energetic field that just emanates from you, that she feels comfortable to operate within. You feel me? It's an energy thing. So, brothers, it is the end of the year, and there's a lot of game out there for you guys to receive. It don't mean nothing if you don't apply it, if you don't put it into practice. So y'all got to be on your P's and Q's to the point where you guys get to experience these types of things, because they're out there. You can experience them. I know you want to experience them. Every guy does, you know, because we are better together. Men and women are better together, but we have to be in our roles, right? Like understand our place within the intergender dynamic and how we can best optimize and maximize that experience for each other. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with that. A brief little Sunday sermon. I hope you guys have been doing great. You know the deal. You got anything from this video, be sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, guys, like I always say, until next time, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection.